Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
Parfum. Why they couldn't call it Perfume, I don't know, but Parfum is a Queen's game. One that didn't get a lot of good reviews that I've noticed around. I decided to play it anyway. Sometimes I play a game, I'm like, you know what, I got a game, even though it's getting bad reviews, let me go ahead and try it out. But I don't expect much. That was this game. And what I ended up getting was kind of a neat little dice rolling mechanic game with creating perfumes, which I think the theme itself will draw different people in than, say, Ancient Terrible Things or Alien Frontiers. It's going to be different because it's going to attract maybe a more feminine crowd, which is good for me because I play a lot with women. It's not overly complicated, and you need to sell as often as you can in this game. And we had one guy who ran away with the lead. It was okay close. There were opportunities to catch up, but I think we were lost on you need to sell every turn and sell as often as you can. Selling is better than not selling. Now, I was playing it and trying to punting it to wait for the higher end cards to get out that I could get. You know, that might help. In our first game, we didn't get any bottoms or tops. Maybe it wasn't shuffled very well or drawn from the bag. It was just a lot of middles. And that was a couple of rounds of not selling. Which is just more dice rolling. And you kind of do the same thing over and over and over again, but I was enjoying myself. And there's a good battle to going first, because you go first, you have less actions. You go last, you have more actions, and then, you know, difference in the middle. And it's very important at some points to go first, and very important at some points to go last. Whoever's in the last place gets to choose first. But their needs may be different than yours. And I just find that very interesting. So, that little battle over first player or last player actions kind of put this game over the top for me. I like that aspect of it. Parfum was a game that I enjoyed a lot in a dice mitigation type game. And the theme, while not something I thought I would like, was open up to everybody being able to do that, and all the components are just out of this world. So, great game, good game from Queen. And I'm going to keep this one. Here's the components for Parfum. You have a standard size box. It's probably the Ticket to Ride size, I would assume. You're going to get a nice rule book, English only. With lots of pictures. I really like this rule book, how they have the different sides. So right here's the rules, and here are the examples. I like this rule book quite a bit. You're going to have a wonderfully beautiful board that's going to come out. I liked it because there's a place for everything in this game. It's great. So you have the score track, which is your money. You have a place where the customers will come out. You have a place for the bottles of perfume. The customers will come here. The distilleries are here. The player order and the dice and your water tokens. It's just wonderful, and I really like this board. It's very user friendly. You are going to get. I didn't like that these were nude, but they had to stay away from colors, I think. But these are the perfume bottles that you'll create and you'll make. Here are the water tokens that you'll get, and they'll have different kind of victory points on the back of them, which are coins. And then everybody gets a scoring marker and their color. And now you see why they couldn't color the other ones. You're going to get a number of dice here. Red, blues, and greens. They have two different sides. You can have a bug side and a perfume side. The bug side, I believe, is only on two sides. Oh, I see. So I didn't catch this when I was playing it. My stupidity, but the dice are going to have different combinations here, which is nice. Then you're gonna have these. So this is what you would use in a 3-player. This is the rules or the initiative order with the actions on it you'll be getting. And then there's a set for a 4-player game, which is really nice. And that set for 4-player works with a 2-player. Then every player is going to get a set of this, which is kind of, you put your thing here on it when you get it, which is really cool. And then you have your water tokens down here, and this is where you'll build your perfume. And then you get 2 bags. I'm not really sure why mine came with 2 bags. I don't know if everybody's came with 2 bags, but you're going to have a number of customers here. And each customer is unique, not only in their picture, the amount of points that they're worth, and what kind of fragrance they're looking for. So they really went all out with the pictures. Each one of these is unique, which I appreciated quite a bit. And then you're going to have a bunch of different distilleries, bottoms, tops. All these are double-sided to show the perfume. And then when you build it, it comes together to look just like a bottle of perfume, which is nice. These are the icons, the fragrance that are in it. So very nice indeed. So these are all very thick, and Queen really put a lot of care into this. You're going to have a box with the divider in it, which is really great. It's all decorated inside, so great job with the components. 0 complaints from me. The rules for Parfum are really clear. Probably need about 15 minutes to read them, maybe 20. It had a really good where the rules, each page was written in 2 columns, rules and then examples and clarifications. And I like that quite a bit. You know, Leah has done that for a long time. I'm surprised more games don't do that. I liked it. I found it to be very clean. And it could have been a mess, but it wasn't. So the rule book was fantastic. I mean, one of the best rule books that I've seen. I enjoyed it. I was able to learn the game very quickly due to that rule book. Okay, so I have the game set up here enough to kind of show you how to play a little bit. I'm just here to show you the flow of the game. So the first thing players will do, and this is stuff for a 4-player game, the reverse side of the board is for a 3-player. Whoever's in last place will then select if they want to go first, second, third, or fourth. And the reason why you wouldn't just select first is because with the first you only have 3 actions you can do, all the way up to 4th place, which is 6 actions. So the lower initiative order you go, the more actions you'll have to do. So I'm just going to show you really quickly. Let's pretend I picked the 3. I have 5 actions. So this would go on my player board. I'll kind of put it here just so you guys can see what's going on. And when you start the game out, you get 2 water tokens. So I have 5 actions. This is what I can do. If there was a distillery missing, let's just pretend like there is, for 1 action, I can draw 1 from the bag and put 1 out. Because this is not refilled between players going. So if the first and second player took some of those, there'll be holes. So for 1 action, I can put 1 of those out. So I have 4 actions remaining. I can also take a water token. And water tokens cost 1 action to take. They can be worth a different number of victory points at the end of the game, so they have different values. Now, the important part about water tokens, I'll show you in a second. So that's my second action. Then I need to plan out what I need or what I want. And these tiles really have 3 different types. You've got, let's see if I can show you here, middle, top, and bottom. And if you put them together, you can either build a 2-piece bottle, or I can build a 3-piece bottle. Okay, in a 3-piece bottle, when I build it, I get 3 bottles to sell. When I get a 2-piece bottle, I get 2 bottles to sell. So each one requires 2 purples, different combinations. So this has 2 purple successes and a black success, just to give you an example, and that's worth 4 victory points. This requires 1 black success for 1 victory point. And this requires a blue and a black for 3 victory points. And the reason why this is important is that certain customers are going to require, this requires 2 blue flowers in their fragrance to give you 6 victory points. So you want to build towards the customers, because inevitably that's what you want to sell. To sell it generically, let me give you an example. A 2-piece bottle will sell for $2, a 3-piece bottle for $3, but if it has 2 blue, I can sell to this customer for $6. Or if I had 1 purple, I could sell it to her for $5, as long as it had 1 purple in it. So I'll show you how that works. So I want to choose dice here that will accomplish. So I put 1 distillery out for 1 action. I took a water for 1. That means I have 3 left. So let's say I want to try to get 2 tiles. I'm going to try to get this blue and this one. So maybe I'll take 1 blue and 2 black die. And what I'm trying to do is, I want to roll the dice so I get this symbol. A fly symbol would be a miss. I would roll them. And I roll 3 successes, which means I could spin the blue and the black to get this one, and I could spin the black to get this one. That'd be 4 victory points. I could either build it on this side or this side. So if I build on this side and conclude it, I would take 2 of these, then I could sell. And we'll go to the top here. Now, if I had rolled, let's say I had rolled a fly on one of these blacks, well then I wouldn't have had the successes. I could give up one of my water drops, but then I have to re-roll all the dice, or all the dice of one color, like just both blacks. Or I could give up 2 water, and I could have just changed 1 failure to 1 success immediately. So that's how the water helps you, although you're giving up victory points at the end of the game when you do that. Now at the end of the turn, you can only keep 4 water, so if you get more than 4, you'll have to use those. After everybody's gone, so the next player went, just to illustrate it, there would be 2 holes here, so there's less and less from the choose from, and they can spend an action to bring more out. That's definitely a possibility. Now let's scroll up here a little bit and see if we can get a better view. So then after everybody goes through that action, then what we do is try to sell our perfume to these people. Now if you look at the perfume that I built, it has 1 icon of this, or 2 icons of this flower and 1 blue icon. So technically, red, this one wants green, this one's 2 green, 2 blue, and 2 purple. I don't actually meet the requirement to sell to any of those people. So in turn order, and I have 2 bottles to sell. So what I can do is, I could either, when the sell cycle is, we'll go in turn order, you can sell 1, go around the table, and you can sell another one. So there's 2 cycles to each turn. I could sell these, but not to any of these people. I would have to take either 2 points or pass and hope something else comes up. If, say, this sold to other players, at the start of the next turn, 2 more people come out. So maybe next turn it would be beneficial to wait. But if you wait too long, you're kind of burning up what you could be doing here. So there's a lot of little timing. You want to build towards these guys, but you're kind of stuck with what's available. So there's a little bit of push and pull there. And these guys are going to gradually get more points on them. At the end of the game, you score your points. You'll be able to score 4 of these waters that you have, and that whoever has the most points is the winner, and that's Parfum. So just to reiterate really quickly, you will take turns picking initiative and how many actions you'll have, which you can use to bring more tiles out, grab some dice, which are used just for your turn, or water tokens that allow rerolls and or victory points. You roll those dice hoping to get successes, hoping to get the formula that you need, so you can add it to your place over here, which you will use when you completed it to sell to the customers. Now if you ever sell out of a particular type, and you sell both of these for example, you get 2 free water tokens, and that's Parfum. Who should buy Parfum? I would say this is a pretty good family game, especially if you're going to skew female a little bit. I think it's a light market game with dice mitigation. I think it's going to attract people. Probably not an introductory game. Not that it's very difficult, because it's not, but light to medium. I would probably get them started on something else first. But people understand rolling dice. They understand that, so they might actually have quite a bit of fun with this one. The water drops were easy. Sometimes with decision in, these are worth victory points. So I'm going to give them up to reroll, but I can get this, which adds the more. So you need to do that sometimes. It's a little light market game, and I think the theme is going to attract a different crowd than what we're used to all the time. So I'm definitely going to say this is a keeper for me. And if the theme has use to you, you may really like this game. It may be, bigger than its parts. The sum would be better than the parts for you, based on the theme. And I really like that fight for turn order versus actions. That was really interesting to me. And that was an exciting part of the game for me. So Parfum, I highly recommend you trying it out. And I'm going to be keeping it.